Okay, so one day late, but if anything, I got an update on whatever. I don't know. So Saturday, may or may not do the common call when I get it. I'm gonna do it Sunday because I'm going over my grandmother's on Saturday because my parents gonna be out of town, and because I can't make food by myself, I kind of have to stay over there until she'll bake. It's possible I can get out of it and stay home, but I doubt it. My parents won't trust me. I don't know. I'm 20 years old. But technically, due to my disabilities, I am still a kid. But, I don't know. Alright, so, start with the ones that aren't the Angel Loans, even though it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I gotta review that Man of Steel book. Movie, not book. First one, I actually read the first chapter of because I was waiting for my ride to come get me. And I liked it. It's pretty good. It was kind of slow, kind of different. I kind of expected it to be something I wouldn't like. That wouldn't be like I guess what I was expecting, like super fast paced or whatever, and it'd be kind of like I don't want to say Sandman-y because that's doing it a disservice in my like for like if I'm because you guys know how much I do not like Sandman, and that's Usagi Yojimbo. When I kept seeing it, I was like, I don't know if I'll like it. It's probably one of those books, and kind of is, but it's also pretty good. I hope it picks up. I like the reflection. Cause like there's basically two of me and then two of the book. This one is a reread just because I want to get into this series. It's funny because it's a Superman one and the Action Comics Rebirth. This one I remember liking a lot better than the Superman one. This one was exactly what I want from Superman, and it takes place in it. What's funny is that it references the death of Superman because Doomsday returns. Spoilers, I don't really think it's a spoiler. I'm just telling you what happens in the book. I'm not telling you like any spoilers within the book. I'm just telling you the plot of the book that you can find on the DC app. Although technically, the White Knight Harley Quinn does it's a sequel to the White Knight, but it does spoil what happened to White Knight, and I found out the hard way. Maybe I should read the books I get instead of just leaving them. And for me, it's just I get so weird about it. Like I think I'm gonna finish it, and then I'm never gonna like for Conan. I have 3 Epic collections, and for whatever reason, I think I'm gonna read 60 issues in 1 week, and then like not be able to read any more Conan because I don't have the money for it. I don't know. I'm weird like that. But yeah, this one I'm gonna reread and then get the second one on Interloans. Which hopefully they'll have, because they're weird about not having certain rebirths. And then I was gonna get the Teen Titans New 52 one, but I ended up getting the much better Titans one from Judd Winnick, volumes 1 and 2. I don't know if it's just 2. It might be a 12-issue miniseries. I don't know. I don't think so. But I did. This is around the time that Jeff Johns was writing Teen Titans, so I was like, yeah, I'll get this one. In fact, I think one issue is a technical crossover with the Teen Titans. Now, this one's a reread, and I think I actually reviewed this one way back. Not way back. Man, this is in such bad condition. I really need to, like... Man. And that's, see? Oh, I can't, like, there we go. This is Deadpool Classic Volume 3. I'm willing to give it another chance. I'll have, like, 2 weeks of Deadpool. Because I'll probably read that next week, or start that this week, because it's a well, actually, 9 to 17. I won't read that Spider-Man one, mainly because I can't, because part of it's ripped off. Look at that. Look at that. Like, how did that happen? Actually, that's exactly what happened to my, I don't even know what happened. So, with my shelf, there's a little, like, dent, or, like, not dent, but like, indent, and if you rub the book against it enough, you'll get this. That's probably what happened with their shelves. Probably, like, rubbed up against the shelf. And it's an older book, too. When did they get it, actually? So... I had read most of it. Man, my God, how can you even read this? Like, you want to read who's, like, you want to give credits, you can't read the credits. So if you like one of those YouTubers who does that, man. Oh yeah, I was looking when they got it. I'll show it here. No, it's not showing it here. I don't know. But yeah, I'm willing to give that a second chance. All right, now for these, and for the first time ever, I was able to open it the right way. And yeah, I had to rip it open. So technically, I could reuse that bag. I gotta remind myself to talk about Man of Steel. In short, okay, I'll talk about it now. I really liked Man of Steel. It was one of those movies that for the longest time I just didn't because all the people saying it was bad and it was not a good Superman movie and to skip it and all that. I skipped it for the longest time, and I think it's the Snyder cut that got me to like finally watch it. And I was like, okay, if I'm ever gonna watch that Snyder cut, which I'm waiting for the Blu-ray to come out, or then subsequently the for it to come into Interloans, or maybe I'll buy it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be one of the few Blu-rays I buy. Because HBO Max, I hear, is a terrible service for watching movies. On the iPad, I don't know how much worse it's gonna be. The laptop is where I'd probably do it, but if it's an app, kind of would want it on the iPad. I don't know how well the app is gonna work. Certain apps don't work good on my iPad. Like for watching like Safari doesn't work over certain websites. Anyways, so Man of Steel I really enjoyed. I was really surprised with it. Wasn't boring at all. Like it was a 2.5 hour movie almost. And while I did feel it, I would not say it was like it felt like an hour and a half, but it didn't feel excruciating. Like it did feel like a 2.5 hour movie. It felt like an epic almost, but like a Superman epic. It felt like one of the comics that people will not like one of those classic comics, but like one of the comics that it tries to do a Superman differently, like tries to make him darker. So maybe like that a good version of that Brian Azzarello one everyone hates, basically like that. Because I heard that one's like dark Superman, but I did enjoy it. I really thought it was good. And I liked it so much that I might just give Batman v Superman another chance. Sorry, my dog keeps making noise, and that was not in the start that stupid book. Black Canary Volume 1. I was gonna get that $14.99. I was gonna get that collection that has I think this full series. I don't know if it's a full series or like the Harley Quinn one. It's just Volume 1. Harley Quinn one's weird. It's Volume 1, but it doesn't have all the issues. So you have to get Volume 1 anyways. So you might as well just have gotten that. And in fact, they had it because it was New 52. It's so hard for me to say for whatever reason. I think I'm saying it wrong sometimes. But if a New 52, Harley Quinn, it would probably have been on sale at Newberry. And most definitely is probably on Interloans. But this one was at the Black Canary one. You know, that Harley Quinn, the Huntress one, the Birds of Prey one, they had those collections that came out when the Birds of Prey movie was coming out. And the Black Canary one I almost got, but I didn't get it. Because it's about on Interloans. So yeah, it's volume 1 of that series. Let's go in this order. You might help go around. Speaking of New 52, Wonder Woman Volume 5. I'm gonna make sure that, actually, how would I know? Yeah, I don't know how to know. Doesn't show right away. I'm sure I'm good. And what's funny is that, sorry, I just get like distracted because I saw a word and I get angry about that. Technically, it wasn't the comic. I'm gonna increase this. Good, I just thought I would like get rid of it. My iPad for whatever reason goes down in the brightness. I'm like, don't go down in brightness. It goes up sometimes too. So I'll be losing a bunch of storage. I'll be losing a bunch of battery life. I'll be like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, that's why, because it went up in brightness for no reason. It doesn't. I understand if it does it while I'm outside and it's sunny out. That makes sense. But don't do it when I'm inside and I can see it just fine. Or go down when it's sunny out. It's like, what the hell? But anyways, this one I found funny because the last 4 were all soft cover and this is hardcover. They just get whatever's available, and I'm fine with that as long as it's not in bad condition. Bad condition, like a Deadpool book. In their defense, it's probably an older book, and I'm sure some kids have read it because, especially the Deadpool classic, is more kid friendly than the more recent Deadpool. But I've heard Joe Kelly's run is really good, and I'm willing to give it a second chance. I was just kind of sick and tired of it. Maybe it was because I was reading it nonstop. Then Sex Criminals Volume 2. Almost got this at that much better Newbury Comics. I love that store. The Salem Mall one. There's one big reason why I wouldn't get, and I find it funny because they have a Red Robin at Salem too, but one of the managers I don't like is at Salem Mall. He actually got demoted, I think. big story there. This one is Promethea. I guess kind of might as well say it, but this is Alan Moore. I really hope this is one of the Alan Moore ones I like, because I feel like the only Alan Moore book I'm gonna actually like is V for Vendetta and Watchmen, and then everything else will be like pass. Oh, and Superman, Man of Tomorrow, not Man of Tomorrow, but the one he did. Whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow? This one, so you'll remember a while back I got the wrong Hellblazer and the wrong Avengers. Well, the Avengers one is not available, but the Hellblazer one was. I'm sorry, I just didn't see it there for a second. I was like, uh-oh. It showed it on the interloans, but you never know. But yeah, finally got the right one. I just texted her saying I got the right Hellblazer one, so no need to talk to them about it. That was before I emailed her, which I showed them a long time ago. This next one is one that I've read before, but not the full of it. It's 2 volumes in this omnibus, and that's The Boys Omnibus Volume 1. This is not an omnibus. This is not even close. But they call it an omnibus because they can call it omnibus. This is like, if Marvel went out, if Marvel made this, they would just do a regular hardcover, and it would be $34.99. And this is $30. This is pretty expensive for just 12 issues. For not for DC or for Marvel. This is dynamite. And I feel like for them, like for like a independent publisher, it should be $20 because you want to like, I don't know. I don't know if it's an unofficial rule that independent publishers should and probably will and could. And what? I don't know. Basically, they'll do their trades. Their trades will be cheaper than your Marvel trades or your DC trades. And finally, no pun intended, Final Crisis, by Grant Morrison. I don't know why I said that. I'm willing to give this one I read before. I didn't really like, but I'm willing to give it a second chance because I kind of want to read it. I'm interested in it. I don't think it will matter in the end, but this is not the new edition. I think the new edition comes, DC Essentials edition, comes more. So, The Boys one I read the first volume of, but it's 2 volumes and it's 1 omnibus. I read volume 1. I don't know if I made that clear. Volume 2 I had on Prime Reading for the longest time. But, I needed room to gather books. I really think it should be 15 for or you can buy more slots for Prime Reading. Like I know I guess it defeats the purpose of it, but you can buy an additional slot for like $2 a pop. I don't know. And Kindle Unlimited is even worse. There's like I kid you not, probably 1,000 comics I want to read on Kindle Unlimited. That's only a slight exaggeration. In fact, it probably isn't. The more I think about it. Like, Kindle Unlimited has probably, like, every book I wanted to read for the longest time. For the longest time. But it's, like, 1,000 books, so I would never be satisfied with the amount I had. Because I could technically get them all for free. It's kind of like going to a library that has, like going to a new library. You know, they have a bunch of new books. To whichever library had the most interloans is. Alright, so we're at 13 minutes. I'm going to stretch out. I guess I reviewed the other movie I saw too, was the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. That was really fun. That was a big surprise, because I thought it would be like the comics, where I kind of felt like it was I wouldn't say overrated, but I had a different opinion about it. I guess unpopular opinion, there we go. An unpopular opinion about it, the comics. I didn't hate them, I just thought they were okay. I felt like they kind of, underutilized what they had, and they tried to be more like slower and like go at a slower pace, and they do not do that with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the most part, especially a crossover that's supposed to be fun, and a kid's gonna pick up because he sees Batman and TMNT. But that's it. The movie was really good. I really appreciated all the fan service, especially the end credits. The end credits I actually sat through. And there was a scene at the end. It was like a 2-second scene. But I didn't know there would be a scene at the end. I just sat through that end credit sequence. Just a nice fan servicey thing. All in all, I did like that. I did like that movie. I do recommend it. That's all I have to say about that. That's it. 15 minutes talking about like 15 minutes going over like what 12 books. I didn't do this one collects issues 1 through 6. So I just wasted all your time. No, I get off on tangents. I guess that's good because it both you build a relationship with your YouTube friend.